Hi everyone, this is Carol Ann. I'm going to show you my craft room now that I have it somewhat done the way I want it and somewhat organized, and then I'm leaving it the way it is. I'm going to get some organizational cubes and such from 31, but that'll be a while. I'm standing in the guest area of my basement. If you do not know, I moved my craft room from my front room to my basement, and I made my front room the dining room. Well, it's a work in progress. We are making it into our dining room. So this is the guest side. I'm just going to show it to you. All that right there is the kids' consignment sale stuff. That's a Christmas present for Leah. That's consignment sale. That's consignment sale. So this is just stuff, and it's snowing. I got to clean up down here. All that goes to my mama right there. That I'm going to work on and decorate it really pretty and put it in the living room. And then that's the guest area. My kids have been down here playing. This is my craft room. This wall used to not be here. If you're not new to my channel and you saw my old probably pictures or something, this column right here was separated. You know, it's always been here, but we had a contractor come in and he put a wall up for us, so, and a door. So that's looking into my craft room, and I'm kind of just going to give you a slow peek and then I'll show you everything. So I'm going to stand at the door, and there's that and that, and I'll come over here and show you a look from up here. This goes into my living room. Again, Logan's up there. I just put Leah to bed. So if you hear something, that's him. And all this stuff needs to go upstairs. This is just Leah has been taking stuff everywhere. So then this is looking into, and that's the door I just come out of. So this is my craft room. So I'm going to start, I guess, from over here. And just kind of, I'm going to give you a tour and show you everything. So if you don't want to see it, leave now. Here's my cameo. I sold all of my Cricut stuff. Best decision I ever made. I no longer own anything Cricut related. I probably own some tools and stuff, but I don't have a Cricut machine or anything. Okay, this drawer looks trashed. It's really not. This is all my vinyl scraps and my new, I had to get 2 new blades because I've been taking orders and stuff for Christmas. Sorry if that's a crazy edit. I had to edit because my address was just happened to be showing right there on the top. This is my kind of like junk drawer, my sketch markers, Tiffany styled bags, envelopes, stuff like that, my map. This is my 12 by 12. It's normally 12 by 24, but I cut it down to 12 by 12 vinyl, permanent vinyl. And then this is all of my free vinyl sheets that I get from that site I told you guys in a previous video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch one of my videos. You'll see it because I'm not going to enclose a link. Here's my contact paper. I use this for transfer paper. Now on some of my orders I really have to use this transfer tape, and I love this stuff. I know a lot of people hate it, but this is the Provo Craft transfer tape, and I really like it. I just don't like, I can't really see through it. But if I'm doing big projects, I like it. But if I don't do big projects, I just use the clear contact clear transparent matte stuff, and it works awesome. And then in this drawer is just my portable drive for my computer, which I really need to do, and then wires of some such of something. This is all of my knitting loom type things. I had an extra long one and it broke with a blanket on it. And this is all of my ignore that. You know what? I'll ignore it. There. This is all of my punches. I sold most of my punches last year, and this is all I have left. So, and I don't buy punches. So, and if you're wondering, this is my, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawer Alex, I think is what it's called, unit from IKEA. And I love it. And then that is just my paper. You guys have seen that. If you're not new to my channel, it's just my paper holder that I purchased at a scrapbook place that went out of business in South Carolina. My mom and I made that board. And then that at the very top up there is just my box, my cube for my phone when I want to listen to music. And then those are 2 paper lanterns I got from the dollar store that I used for the kid's birthday. That's trash. I guess I'll show you over here now. That's just for either our last name or Logan's Crafty Mama or Logan or Leah. Up there is a photo shoot that I did of my kids, and I did that for our parents' Valentine's gift from us, and it says they're holding the letters, if you can't tell, and it says love. And then this is a picture of Friends. And my husband and I watched every season, every episode from beginning to end together. So I wanted to get that because that's just, it works perfect for our scrapbook room. But it also reminds me of him and I. That's my nanny. And that's just a frame that I made for her a while back. Let's see what's up there. This is just me and my nanny. This is my grandma that passed away. This is the same grandmother. You will not ever see my other grandma in any pictures. But this is my mom's mom. And then I won that nameplate on somebody's YouTube like 2 or 3 years ago. And then that's my nanny and papa and my brother and I right there when we graduated high school. And then that's my grandpa. This is a cassette tape holder that my mom got from, I want to say, what is that place? Salvation Army or something like that. Goodwill. And it normally had the other slits, but the ink pads that she had, it didn't fit. So my dad took every other one out. Well, now she doesn't want it. So she gave it to me. So there it is. And that's all the ink I have left. I sold, you guys remember last year, I had a big sale and I sold most of my Stampin' Up! Inks and other inks, and I just got this ink. And I still have a few Stampin' Up! That are my favorite colors, but everything else is done. And I got a few distress inks. And then all of them that I have comes with a re-inker. So that's what that is. And then that's a picture my husband had got for me. I think he's cute. That's Jim Cantori, if you don't know him, from the Weather Channel. And he had him sign. A friend of his actually works with him. So, he had that done for me. And then that's just fake flowers. And I'm going to show you what's in my cubes. Alright, and then all of my paper. This is my loose 12 by 12 paper. The bottom is chipboard, and then craft and white, and then colored, and then Disney Kids, and then animals, and cooking, which is empty. Stampin' Up! Paper, holiday paper, Webster pages, which is not Webster pages because I don't have any more of that. I sold it all. Floral paper, dots, plaid, stripes, and then miscellaneous, which is just scraps. So that's all that's in there. This bottom drawer right here, whoa, is broke. There's nothing in it. And then these are just my 6x6 and then my little bitty stacks. And that's all I have. You guys know I sold tons of stuff. I'm not going to keep saying that, but I did. I sold tons of stuff. So I got rid of a lot of my paper. These are not labeled correctly. They might be, but some of them I'm changing the name of. I just haven't had a chance to do it. This is my, what I call, etching/embossing drawer. It's got baby wipes that I use to wash my hands. That's kind of freaky when you're looking on the camera and you see a hand. My gloves for when I etch, because I don't like to get the etching cream on my hand. I have a craft sheet. That's my sander. Just some Vaseline type stuff. Because sometimes I put this on my hands, around my nails and stuff. You know, can't really tell now, but I do use that. And I use it for other items too. And then I have my Stampin' Up! Tray and etching cream and my new favorite heat tool because it is so quiet you can't hardly even hear it. So that's what's in that drawer. And then in this drawer, and all these are my old stuff, my cubes and stuff from Michael's. This is my embossing slash glitter drawer. All this back here is my embossing type things. And then up here are my glitters and such. Yeah, and then I have diamond dust. And I have this gel medium. I bought it for something and I don't even use it. And then this one says chalk, which I sold all my chalk stuff. So this is the this is the few Cuttlebug folders that I have left. I sold all my other ones. And these are the few dies I have left. I sold all that stuff. I'm more of a vinyl person now. I don't really do a lot of crafting otherwise. I mean, I do stuff, but not like I used to. This is my glue drawer. It's got like Goo Gone in it, Gorilla Glue, fabric glue, Scotch glue, E6000, glossy accents, Mod Podge, super glue, and then all my Zig 2A pins. And then it does have a few of the bigger stickles in it, and then a few of the T90 ones. And then this drawer is just my tape, and then Logan's fake money. It's got just my tape. What I have left, I got to get some more. These are my red, you guys know I don't buy Stampin' Up! Anymore. So these are my red, like dimensional type things that I get online. My glue dots, my score tape. And then this one is my ATG tape. And I do not buy that from Scotch anymore. I buy the off-brand. And then a few of the Tombow adhesives. And then a refill for my Xyron. And then in this one, it's just a piece of glue stick, or a bag of glue sticks. And this drawer is my computer, no, this is my camera stuff, like my camera I'm filming on right now. And my old battery that my daughter broke the camera to. And then some walkie-talkies that my daddy gave to Logan. And then that's just paintbrushes. And this is this is my sewing drawer. I don't sew, but that's my sewing drawer and my ribbon iron. And then this is my tools. My daddy bought me this it's cobalt. And it's one of those that when you're turning it, the whole time you're turning it, it's still screwing it in. So it's not like you have to constantly stop. No matter which way you turn it, it's still screwing it in. I love it. Best thing ever. And it's got a bigger one too. It's out in the garage. And then this is my stickers. What stickers I have. I don't use stickers since I have a silhouette. And then this is a few of like my felt type things. And a few of my Tim Holt type things. Again, I don't use a lot of that because I have a silhouette. And this is a few of my stamps that I use. And then this is cards that I have made or that have been given to me. And this is more cards that I have made. This is an altering drawer, which I can't open it all the way because this will fall out. This is that fake snow. And then this is also an altering drawer. This is just full of Tim Holtz Christmas trees. This is my transparency sheets that I use for my Christmas ornaments. My mama gave me this. It's already done. I just need to add pictures of the kid. I mean of Leabug. But she bought it already done, which I'm so glad. And I'm going to put pictures of Leah in it. I just got to get a chance to do it. My mom gave me a bunch of these candles. A ton of candles. And they've been used. But I like them. They're floating candles. I just got to get some stuff that they can float in. And then this is just my crayons. And then this is nothing but markers. It's Slam Pack Sharpie markers. And then this is my tools. This is my Stampin' Up! Heat gun that is loud, that I don't hardly ever use. And this is like my tools for crafting, like my extra blades and X-Acto knife and staples and stapler and mats and things like that. Showed you that. This is my kind of office type thing. It's got my labeler, things that you can put on the wall and pull them off, which is what's holding up my Friends poster. I have extra label stuff, a stapler. Let me go over here. This is my so-called stamp drawer. which is not stamps. This is my grips that I put inside my silhouette to hold pins and stuff. This is my sponge dauber, my wire cutter for my cinch, even though it says bind it all. These are my things that I use for Leah's hair bow and other crafts. What do you call them? Flattened bottle caps. And then some cinch wires. And then this is the collection for Bo Bunny, the Little Miss collection. I was working on something for my mom, and that is the leftovers. I just need to put it in a different envelope. And then this is stuff from, I need to put in scrapbooks. Here's my Christmas cards this year. Look at my little cheesers. My little cheesers. Yeah, and this was me when I was your baby. And my daddy. But this is just, you know, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have seen this stuff. That's my little mama when she was first born. And this is my all-time favorite picture we had taken of my kids. This is when Leah was like 6 weeks old. Isn't she cute? So is my big boy. Hard to believe. She's fixing to be 2 and he's fixing to be 6 in June. Bye. These are my, like scrapbook kits now. This is all I buy. I no longer really buy 12 by 12 scrapbook paper anymore unless I buy them in the kits. So these are like the Boy's Life and things like this. So that's what that is. And then over here are what scrapbook I have left. Scrapbook albums, papers, whatever. I gave most of those to a neighbor. And then this is just left of fibers and other ribbons. See, so I mean, yeah. I hate that bottom drawer. Ugh, it's a pain in my booty. And then that's just my tripod and my guillotine and my Martha Stewart trimmer. Just an extra chair. That's my shoe rack, which is a clip it up, which you see really isn't clipping much up, which I don't care. And then over here is my stickles inside my stickle holder because I want to keep them upside down. And then these are full of nothing but the spools. I get these from 31. If you don't know, I am a 31 consultant. So I buy a lot of my stuff from 31. So these are both slam packed. This is the last bin that I'm using from it. And then that one's slam packed full of the dowels. Let's see. These are both empty. I just like the old type Hershey Kisses containers. And let's see what's in this. This is letter chipboard. So this must be regular chipboard. Nope, this is flowers. And then I don't know what this is. Oh, this is stuff that I need to file away. Scrapbook, not file away. Actually put in scrapbooks. So that's what's in that. And then that one is my Big Shot and my extra long Big Shot and my laminating sheets. And the bottom's my laminator. And both of my Xyron machines and my OttLite. And then over here is my postal scale, my cinch, and my case for my glue gun. Over here is just my mute CDs and old scrapbook magazines and stuff. And in the bottom of that pink one is scrap paper, and then right above that is pictures of my kids, and stuff that need to be scrapbooked. And then that's just like wine bottles and liquor bottles and stuff that my mom has picked up for me at Goodwill, and I'm going to craft with them. And then that is nothing but bow type stuff for making Leah's hair bows and such. And then that's another 31 bag, and it's full of like spray paint and acetone and stuff like that, and Windex and all that I clean my craft room with or I use for projects. And then those are empty paint cans and the 2 mailboxes that I got from the dollar bin at Target. And then up here is my Stampin' Up! Blocks in their case. And then this is something I was making, but I'm not liking it. And then this is all my stamps from, I only have one I think from Scrappy Mom. And most of these are all Tanners. He used to be Mr. Cricket Crazy, but now he is Tanner Bell Designs. He no longer makes stamps though, but that's all his. And then up here is flowers, what I have left. This is the twine that I have left in their holders. Got rid of most of that. Bows. I just made these for Christmas, and these two are family members. I should have 3. I'm missing one. But yeah. No, I'm not. I know where it's at. But I made these, and it's just a 31 nail file, Christmas nail file. Not really Christmas, winter nail file. And then I put a Bath and Body Works Pocket Back antibacterial hand soap in there. And then over here is my Tim Holtz. It's probably not even Tim Holtz, is it? Yeah, it's Tim Holtz. Adirondack Color Wash. A few of his distress stains. That is his, like, charms and stuff. Somebody is texting me up. And then this is, like, the keys and stuff. And this is what little washi tape I have that I don't think I have ever used. And then that's what buttons I have left and what brads I have left. This is just an empty 31 bin. It's probably going to be a ribbon or something. It's supposed to be trash. I mean, it's supposed to hold my trash, but I'm not using it for that. This is what leftover cutting boards I have. And my plates. I craft with all this. And then this is my other Tim Holtz, like, keys and other charms and legs for things, and like the little things like that, and then the light bulbs and such. That's what's in that. And then on the top is a picture of my son and my husband. And this is from Cynthia Luhu. So if you're watching, thank you. And then that my mama made me. She painted it for me. Put Logan's Crafty Mama and Create. And then that's just a dress form from Hobby Lobby. And then I got that. And then my little minion that Logan gave me. And then that was made for me. And then I made that. And then that's my brother and his wife now, because they got married in September. And then that's my Camp Scentsy warmer thing. And then over here, that is Logan's school stuff, and Logan's treasure chest with school stuff, and Logan's school stuff. And then this is just my 31 box that I got when I signed up. And then this is just a bunch of my 31 bags and such that I use for parties when I want to show them off. And this is our new spring catalog. And then that you've seen. That I got at Hobby Lobby. That I got at Hobby Lobby. Those I made. And that's not plugged up. It's just hanging there. That top one is full of Logan's school stuff. My 31 bag there. And then the 31 bag with the pouch on the front is all my 31 stuff that I take if I go to parties or something. Or I think somebody's going to be interested in purchasing something. I take that because it's got my order forms and books and all that in it. That is an old popcorn tin from like 10 or 12 years ago maybe. Maybe longer than that. And it's full of paint. It's like the popcorn you get at Christmas. These I got at IKEA, and they're full. Oh my lord. That last one, this one is full of tulle that I use for like Leah's tutus and my wreaths and stuff. This one is all full of the yarn that I make my what do you call those things? My ruffled scarves with. This is just regular yarn. This is what little fabric I have in batting. This is all yarn. That's all ribbon. Sorry. This is all yarn. That's yarn and projects that I am working on. And then that is our cable internet modem that has to be in here. So it has to be plugged in right there. So I just stick it in that bottom one because it bugs the stew out of me. This is got my name on it, and I don't want you to see. My whole full name is on that. It was my diploma from, I finished college. Woohoo! I'm now a certified medical assistant. medical admin assistant. I'm a medical administrative assistant. I'm the person that would sit at the front desk when you walk into the doctor's office, and I sign you in and fill out your bills and all that mess. That's what I can do. I don't actually do that because I'm a stay-at-home mom. This is my Mother's Day present from my mom. If you look at it, it still has not even been turned on. I don't even know if it works. It's just sitting there. That I'm working on. I gotta make a milk jug for Santa Claus. This is an extra, what do you call those? Shadow box things. Those are the ornaments I made. This is a container that I keep my knitting loom things in. Yeah, and my needles and such. And this is my things on if I ever want to turn on my sewing machine. This is how to do it. These are my cutting boards that I have made so far for me. That I'm going to get my dad to hang up. It's that Making Memories, you know, the shelf thingy. That's what that is. And then my frames that I'm working on, and then that. And that top is not supposed to be brown like that. I took the kids' pictures for my daughter's birthday, her cake smash, and I wasn't even thinking, and I put these sticky tiles on here because I sat her on this. This was on the floor because this comes off. I sat this on the floor and sat Leah on it and put her birthday cake on here, and she smashed it to keep it from getting in my carpet. And then when I took this, I went to take it off, I realized I stuck it on the wrong side of my table. I should have stuck it on the non-finished side. But, so I'm just leaving that on there. So if I take any more pictures of her. This is my desk I got from IKEA. You guys know I used to have a different desk with a glass top. When I sold that when I was having my issues last year. So, it's my computer. Of course you can see I'm watching Felicity while I work. And I have to have it to hook up to my Silhouette. This is just my carousel. And it's got my scissors and ruler and it's got popcorn kernels down in there because, like, stuff falls. These are, like, really deep holes. So my popcorn kernels keeps the stuff, like, stuck up. See? Where it doesn't fall all the way down in there. And then I have my lighter to do my ribbon and my Tim Holtz tiny attacher and my corner rounder and, like, my nail file and my embosser thingy. Yeah, a bunch of junk. And then I have my phone and my water, and I'm working on a Christmas gift. I'm making a wrapper for this. And then just my holder thing. I'm working on a Christmas gift there. And then this paper. And then I have my ATG gun here. And my ATG gun holder. And then my glue gun holder that my daddy made me. And then my glue gun. And then all I have is my paper cutter. That is, I'm fixing to use that to vinyl something with. And then my trash can. I think that is it. Because I don't think there's anything on that side. No, I don't have anything in there. And my desk is in the middle of the room because there's the light. So it's directly under the light so I can see. So that is my craft room. You guys have seen it in all of its glory. I'm going to piece this piece in there, Lord knows where. But I just rearranged my craft room a little bit from when you saw it. You probably saw it a little different. This was crates up in the classroom area, but that classroom has now turned into a dining room because Logan will be starting first grade back in public schools for family reasons. But I moved the crates that I've painted and attached down here, and now they hold my yarn and my tool, and that is... Oh, that's ribbon, and then that is the internet box and stuff, and then I just put my sewing machine and stuff up there, and then over there is my filing cabinet that was up in the same room in the class area, but I brought that down because we're making the classroom back into a dining room, which will be the first time it's ever been a dining room in this house. So that holds like personal files, doctor stuff, and all that. And then I moved my Alex cube over here, which did hold my Cameo. And it still has the stuff in the drawers that you guys saw. That didn't change. But now it stores Logan's school stuff on it. Over here now is where I'm storing my Silhouette. I moved this, was holding my yarn, but I shifted it over here. And what I'm going to do is put my vinyl in here because I'm doing a lot of vinyl projects, either if it's gifts or somebody purchases something from me with vinyl. I'm going to put it in here because it lays flat and I want it to lay flat. So I put that up there, and then I moved my 31 box over here. And I think you saw everything else the way it was. And I just made this. I'm going to show you guys. I cut it out with vinyl. It says, in this house, we do second chances, we do grace, we do mistakes, we do real, we do I'm sorry's, we do loud really well, we do hugs, we do love, we do family. So I made that, and that is actually using a, what do you call that? Floating frame. And let me see, everything else is the same. So now this is the view. That's going up to my base. I'm in my living room. And then there's my new area. That's the guest area. There's my cat. Fairfax. He's looking at me. He's like, what do you want? Hey, buddy. You want to say hey? Say hey. Yeah, I'm a good kitty. But anyway, so that is now my room. And this is that making memory shelf thingy I was telling you guys about. I'm going to get my dad to bolt it to that wall when he gets here this weekend. So those haven't changed. And then there's my stuff. So it's got more stuff down here than I had, but I love like the holder over there now. And I'll show you my dining room one day whenever that gets done. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed my room tour, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!